All aboard. It's episode 101 and the final runs here towards the end game in the Devil's Towers Fixit1969 game. Looks like we're going to have to go to a 102 too. But let's see. I mean, we might be able to take and speed run this. One thing I'm looking at is the Pineville connection. Pineville connecting up through Lonely Basin and on into Barcrux Station. And this is one that I'm kind of eyeing because there's different ways this could be set up. And I'm rotating the station so we can get a better look at it. I've got the gap. I can do a dig, but I'd have to take and blow a house or shift the station out. If I shift the station out more than one square, we lose the connection to the bus stop. I'm Callie Jack. Welcome to How Not to Game. You want to know how not to game? Don't have your buses bunched up like I've got. Try to figure out the time schedules. But right now, definitely want to take a look at is this guy. Junction Oil Riggers Ride. And the Junction Oil Riggers Ride comes out here through this guy. Yep. So we need to, one, streamline this service right here. Two, level them out. Well, no, that's not the junction. Pine and Barcrux parboiler. Okay, so the parboiler. Junction Oil Riggers is something different. Junction oil gas right there. So that's actually a lot easier to fix than I thought. Let's go ahead, electrify these guys, and put faster trains onto them. So we're going to first get it set. We will be utilizing, at least to here. Here we go. Up to here, and he's going to come into junction, come back out, come out, and go this way. So I'm not electrifying everything, just the lines that we're going to be using. And we want to take a look at connections. The oil riggers ride. Yep, he just goes out there to that oil rig and back. So, speeding him up might be an option. Definitely another option is to go ahead and speed up this section of line here, because we're going to need it for dispatch anyway. So initially we'll do this kind of rigging, and then we will have to upgrade to true high-speed network capabilities here on this. For right now, that's what we're heading on. And we're going to get going. This is going to be another long episode with some good speed runs in it this time. Take my sip of coffee. Come on over here, and we're going to need an electrified line. And we're going to go ahead and lay this, the big one, the big high energy. I'm here to make things go fast line. There we go. I believe the fast ones can also handle the slower trains. We're going to go ahead and upgrade this, but we're not going to upgrade it all the way. Why? Well, you can see we do a lot of jerking around. It's time to take and do a quick leveling on this station. Go back to standard view on him. We're going to take a peek at it. We're going to upgrade the station to a longer length. And to get rid of all these curves, we're going to do a tunnel out of the station. And we're also going to come up here and just do a quick climb straight up. All right, so let's go ahead and do our quick destruction work. Do a slope here, fill part there, go into the higher speed rail, make our curve midpoint, not where we were at. Go ahead and run the power line. Everything's now set. Now we're going to lay the rail for how it's going to run in the future over here. And over here, we're going to bring it down, smooth him out a little bit. Whoops. A little bit of extraneous spending. Get him down to here. And then we need to, something like that. Right about there. Where does he come out? Perfect. Okay, now we need to take and do a double dig to here. Put in the right sloping to do the tunnel. We're not using it for a moment, so go ahead and blast through the high-speed tunnel. Run the train tracks all the way through. Grab the high-speed wire. Run it as the catenaries on this section of line into here, and then he comes straight into there. Now, with this higher speed running, will it make a huge difference for us? We're about to find out. Catenaring all the stations. And he is an outside station, so we need to upgrade that rail line over here and the station as well to handle this faster train we've got coming. And after this will be the Pax Looper, or the Pine and Mile speed run one. Okay, everything's looking good. Get into the station. And speed into the station. Do a remove on this stretch of line. Don't need any extraneous lines. Clean, quick, efficient. That is our goal. The only reason we're doing this is due to the way we've got him set. We're going to highlight this train out. He's right there. We already had him highlighted. What am I saying? We're going to tell this poor train, retire when you get to your station. We're going to go back over here to good old scratch barn, and we're going to look at our electrics. We're going to go with this guy. Pricey, but he will run. He'll cover the line. 302 capacity. Oh well. And we're going to tell him to take on that train's schedule. And that schedule, that's now white or about to be white, for this guy is the Pine Bar Crux parboiler. So we're looking for the parboiler. Parboiler is 148. Combo cannot start. There he goes. Wrong setups. And once we get everything all set and ready to go, we will be good to go. He's going to clear into his signal, and that should free up the other guy, so he'll get out of the way, so our fast train can dispatch. And we're going to see just how fast this little guy is going to zip around the map now. And he's doing pretty good speed. Okay. Go to a speed run while we discuss what's next. Next is going to be the connection between Mallowfield which is this connection right there. The Tri-City Tracker. So let's open up the Tri-City Tracker. This guy right there. Because we need to see his setup. And he's full up. So, this is going to be a good one to go ahead and do. We want to see our scheduling on this line. And we're going to start back at Pineville and start doing our improvements. So this guy's going to roll along this way. Come up to here. He's going to utilize this section of track, that section of track. Get on up to here. This is where it gets weird. Tri-City Tracker goes all the way in. Okay. Now this is also going to improve the efficiency on a lot of our freights, because we do have some freights that can utilize slightly higher speeds than we've been letting them have. So along these sections of rail, this is about to get really, really fun. Upgrade that station at the back so we kind of know which station we're talking about. Get the outbound section done that we didn't get done yet. For those few last segments of rail. Okay. That's looking good. Now we got to land that high power line. That power line's got to come up to here as well. Why? Because we need to be able to dispatch from there. And this is another good choice, I think, for a spot for us to have gone for the overburden and clearing out things faster than we should. There we go. Should be ready to take and do. Now it's just vehicle this time. Find this vehicle. And once he's in, he's been retired. Short delay while we take and get the new one. And we are running on speed game run here. Not slowing down. We're into September 2009 already. 17 minutes into the game. Wish it was going faster. All right. We need to take and have our electrics running. So we need our TCF 233. It's 444 passengers. We're going to stick it onto Tri-City Tracker, which is Route 60. Go. Can't find a route, so we've got to break in the wire. Somewhere we got to break in the wire. Right there. Still not a breaking wire somewhere. There. That was it. I had a break in the wire right there. And it was tough to see. Now we're coming down because, while we got a lot of good speed records, we also have a new photovoltaic farm out here that we can take in service. Let's go to that photovoltaic farm. It does tend to grow right out here. I don't know why. It's either up on the plateau or down in that valley. This will also let us service this line fairly easily. No, it's got to be right beside it. So I do have to blow one small... Oh! Now that's interesting. This guy's useless. He dropped in on a spot where he couldn't spawn all the fields he needed. And without the ability to blow one, I can't touch. Yep. He's toast. Every once in a while you get a spawn like that. I always chalked those off till they went to the city grid. And where you don't supply to the towns, that makes it only the industries. Alright. Next up, what should we consider high speeding? Is the high speeding helping or hurting us? Looks like it's hurting us. We're close enough though to the game point. I'm willing to take the risk. I may not make the op prof goal, but I'm going to make that net wealth goal and the cleaner system goal. Trips is down slightly, but that's acceptable. We had some, service interruptions. Let's see if we're above. Last year was 2.195, so call it 2.2. What are we going to get this year? Pushing it. 2.2, flirted with it, 2.2. So a slight increase. If we stay flat this year, we're good. Then I'll start looking for that next spot. Again, goal is January 8, 2025. Once that point is reached, the game is over. And we're going to go for as close to right after midnight on the 8th as possible until I see what time it is that we need to run it till. Good looking start. Still got a lot of crowded stations going on. And some production ends that occurred. Wasted $100. Blew up some trees. Speaking of the trees, for a moment, I think we can turn the pretty trees back on for a little bit. What else coming out of Mount Field would be a wise decision to high speed? Well, let's take a peek at Malfield and its passenger connections. We've got the Roughneck, he's tight and in the right spot where we actually have free cap below or near or below runs. We did have a bad run, and that happens. The Pitman. Now the Pitman, I'm betting, is very rarely... Oh! Yeah, Pitman could really use this upgrade. Let's go ahead and do that upgrade onto the Pitman. Slow it down for just a moment. Bring it out. The nice thing is we've already got the high-speed catenaries laid. This just requires a rail bed lay right here and here. And then this stretch right here gets upgraded. Okay. A little bit of catenary, high-speed catenary. Cats is down. Make certain that we got the good connections. Come on up here, and we're coming into this spot right there. So we want to get him into it ASAP. And see what we can generate out. Also, we're going to extend the station. So up here, we're going to go ahead and do one step up. It was already a 3. We're going to go to a 4-length station. Back down here. And again, we're looking at the pitman. Give us the schedule is what we need for a moment. Thank you. He's on that one. So we're going to upgrade that rail. Do a nice upgrade on one end. Extend him out to a 4-long station, which is part of the planned upgrades on these guys anyway down the road. Getting this starting to be built up is going to help us. He's running on a 20-minute schedule, or a 20% schedule for full. Run the high-speed cats down into him. Let's set up his train. You, retire. And, nope. Wrong thing. Come back to the chart. Chart's well suppressed. Free caps way below seats available. So he's running much fuller than he says. Go to our electrics. Same train. Again, may only be a 120 kilometer train, but it's going to go a little bit faster. So, engine, this guy. Put him on the Mallee Rail Pitman. Pax Rail. And he's good to go. And then he's running back and forth already. Yep, good choice. Cash flow. How do we change? Monthlies. That's where to look. Monthlies have gone all over the place. We've had a peak of 4.5 million almost. Low points are 50s and 26. So there's issues on flow, but same time we're at 110. Goal is 123. 15 years left. Can we pull this off? Coming up on the 30-minute mark for this episode, so yeah, 102 is going to be needed later tonight. There is going to be long delays in between the videos. Give you guys a chance to watch them, not feel pressured. There is a poll up for, hey, what our next game should be to replace the Fixit and Max Chaos game. Go on over there. If you don't see one, you see one that I played. Do want to state that Path of Exiles is off limits. Recording and playing the game at the same time does cause an issue with my system. I do not have a water cool system yet. Maybe somewhere down the road I'll get one of those nice, properly ones. I would prefer not to have Chernobyl reenacted upon my desk. Nothing personal. Looking good, steadier, higher. If this is going to become our new bottoms, I would be very excited. Does look like we're getting a really good month, and that was a 380 month, so that was really good. Biggest kick is we are now at over 200,000 in monthly maintenance costs. Um, really need to see us getting more than 1.5 million. I'd like to see us getting 2 to 3 million a month from vehicle earnings, but that's going to take time. Time that we may or may not have, too. What else was coming out of here that we've got? Passenger lines. We did the Tri-City Tracker. We did the Pitman. The Roughnecks. And the Bad Dudes Charger. Now we have already upgraded one of our trains. The Electro Speeder is how we designated that. I am going to go into Mallee Pitman. And call that the Electropax rail. And same with Tri-City Tracker so that we kind of know which ones we've already messed with. Tri-City Tracker Electro. Well, it's not the speeder version, it's an Electro. So we know that we've done something that speeds up the trains a little bit faster. Bad Dude's Charger, I really just don't see a reason for. The Roughneck is one we may want to look at. Roughneck goes out to the Barron's Dome and Peat Moss Petrochemicals. That might indeed be a good one to take and do, but I've got a better one, and it's up here. One of these two. And I am betting dollars to donuts that the Blackjack Special good choice would be a good train to upgrade to an electro speeder, or at least to an electric. What do we have on there right now? This guy costing us how much? $13.20. By the time we amortize across, every kilometer, yeah, we're probably going to pay as much. And you know what? We'd have to blow some rails and kill service for a little bit. I think we will just leave him be. Max speed's 120 in the tunnels. I can live with a little slowdown in the tunnels. But he's making money, so we're not going to mess with him. We're not going to mess with anything making money already. We did get a growth, third home market here in, 2011 has started. Yay, we got fireworks. Where's he getting this stuff from? Savvy Seating and rips off slats and planks. And you know what? Kind of liking just the clean, using the dirt road to build my initial point. Come back out. Okay. Do a choose. We can't do that. Oh, that's a rail one. One-way loop so that my guys can get to where they need to go. Expand our rail yard over here. Like this. So that more stuff can go in. Put in our docks back here for delivery. And hopefully this will work for us. Hopefully. Like I said, I am leaving these on speed runs because basically at this point we need to finish up the game. I've got too many Pack 64 games going. I'd like to continue the Expanding Worlds tutorial. I might consider another 64 game. I did state that that's one option. But I said, hey, would you rather see one of the other packs in 128? Would you rather see 192, SimCity 4? There's a couple of games there listed. I'll keep posting, videos. I've just got to not have as many, especially on the same map games going for a while. It was a fun compete, but at the same time, I was starting to get a little confused. Relay. Get this guy going. With him out there, at least we'll be able to take and do that. And then we're coming from Saggy Sofas, which we've already got one at. So what are we going to do? We're going to add another. That's a good idea. Watch this. And he should be able to run with cargo sprinters. Wrong one. There we go. And I'll be right back. One moment. Okay, sorry for the delay there. There's another reason I generally only do 20-minute runs. Alright, let's get this closed out and get this guy started. Doing that extra should make it. And now we can dispatch a second truck to ensure that we got rapid delivery on any furniture over there for that. Oh, where did it stick that one into? $150. Okay, so I just went by him. Oh, that's the train. 159 Freightliner. Did we not? We did not. I didn't. Polyhouse Habitables. Okay, 117 is the line it took. Okay. Now I know where to look. There we go. Looking much better. A lot of crowded stations I could take a deal with. Let's see where the finances go. Last year, we know. This year, monthlies are looking slightly better. Our weak spot right now is just right around 100. Is our current 6-month bottom. 1-year bottom is a negative number. Ouch. But that was coming off of a $500,000 month. I've often found that a big spike month like that means that there's going to be a hard hit before and after. Which is why I don't freak when I see a big spike, a dip, because I know that it might be a build to an even bigger spike. Because that one spike, year and a little over 13 months ago, will double what we're running average right now. Assets 2.2, total net wealth 114, 9 million away, guys, and 13 years to go. Looking better, better, and better. Thing to do now, I think, is we've got vehicles, we set them up, I dispatch those trucks. Yep, all the trucks are filling up the items. We've got, who does he get his boards from? Ripsaw? Ripsaw's on this line. So what we really need is to figure out who Ripsaw gets his lumber from. And it's just production levels. It's just production levels. Okay. It's just production levels. There's not much more we can do. Because timber doesn't get a production boost from people or electricity. There's nothing I can do to boost it. The tree grows as the tree grows. Let's go ahead and take a peek at some of these stations here. Let's do that station list filtering that we did. We're going to set it for overcrowded, waiting, and max, and Pauling Field construction wholesaler. Where do they need to get to? We need more faster ways to get them over to that Bren Books Super Shelves via the Brenton Town Hall. You know what? I was looking at it, and I think this is time to begin shuffling this. So where was that again? Stations, construction wholesaler. Okay. Road tools. So they're looking for a bus to do that. You know what? We can get you a bus to do that. It's our fastest bus that can handle the most people. Good old jumbo cruiser, but I don't think we'll make much money on them. I think the joined bus is going to be our way to go. And we're just going to make a whole new route. It's going to run from here straight to that bookshop and straight into this bookshop for Calico. Copy them backwards. Schedule. Poly Readers Express. Good name, good name. Yeah, I know I probably should have live streamed, but again, same thing. Don't want Chernobyl on my desktop. Nothing personal. Can't afford a new desk, can't afford a new desk machine, so. Those are making money. Those are making money. After they dispatch, they make money. All right, let's take a peek at our finances again. Let's see if that did any dent in the monthly. Well, it prevented the monthly from going too deep in the hole. Back in, this is October, so this would have been August. See what we get for our monthlies now. 115. A measly 8 million to earn, guys. 8 million will be there. Call it 9 just to be safe. There's one of those big spike months. That explains that big dip before. Now we're going to expect a down and a dip if it keeps following what it's been doing. Spike is always followed by a down and a dip, especially the big dips. Who else do we need to move around? Yep, got them going to the bookstores. Bookstore. Bookshop. Races via Brenton Town Hall. You know what? I'm going to start putting some join buses out onto certain routes. Polybrand Express is going to get a joined bus. Polybrand Express is 29. I'm going to peek at that route. How many buses did we have on it? We had a megahertz. Okay, yeah, the megahertz needs to be traded out. We're going to copy and copy. And tell this guy, go ahead, you've done your job. We're putting some heavier duty guys out for you. Watch the route for a little bit because we're on a speed run. It will clear faster. These guys do have, pretty good capacity. I mean, that's 90 and 3,929 passengers per run. We put 3 of them out there. That's going to make some dents. So we'll see how that does. High Ridge halts. Wanting to get to Ash Ridge via the coaling station. You know what we could do here? I smell me a shuttle bus coming. Sometimes a simple little shuttle bus to do some of these things. I'm going to double him up. Dan Moto is no longer available to us. Come on back over here, and for that shuttle bus, what do we got? You know what? That's a short little route. We can stick 108 passengers onto the Ducker. That sounds good. You're going from here to here. Promote to line. Coming up on the hour mark again. Oh, that's doing really good. That's doing some really good things there, guys. And because there is a bus that goes through that as well, that's making him even better. You know, there's another bus that goes through here. That's the Springfield slow stage. Springfield Hollyfield slow stage. What do we got on him? Fully loaded megahertz. You know what? Got a bunch of stops in town. You know, let's do a joint bus onto him. Check. Schedule. Schedule Springmouth stop is first, but not highly. Oh, wait a minute here. Just realized something. Yes. Okay. We're going to send you to the stop first. Okay. Again, joined bus is becoming our go-to guy. That is the number 12, and we're going to put 2 buses onto it. See how long it takes to start clearing some of that away and start making some dents. You know what? I think we can get away with a third one. And if we go to that route, the 12, and tell this guy to go ahead and retire when he's unloaded. It's looking a lot better. Much better shuttling of things around. And I think we're making some decent dents in those amounts, but it's going to take a long time. There's hundreds of thousands of people backed up at some of our spots. Like I got 18,000 wanting to go to Rendon from Brenton Town Hall. Time to start upgrading those buses too. So let's take a peek at our buses, passengers, road, and that's Sawmill. Even with the sound down, that one gets you. The Carbon Ride, Polybrand Express Stage, Springwest Smo Stage, you know what, let's take and just do this. Anything that contains Bren. So I think our fastest way is going to be to start unleashing quite a few new buses. The Renton Spring Cross Swift bus could use an upgrade. Yeah, let's do that. Drop on back down into here, get another joined bus. We're going to put him onto Line Deuce, copy him, and retire out in the field on those megahertzes. They may be cheaper, but we're going to see what sort of money we're going to make long term with the joined buses because of their superior carry capacity. They started to turn around on finances. That's looking really good. That was a good choice. You know, that might just be the way to do it, is to go to any of the stage lines, look them over and say, you know what? I can get a joined bus onto this one, like the Spring Run stage line. Let's do that. That is that guy there. Copy him. Hi, you retire. You retire. You guys, rapid fire starts. And there they go, starting to make their money. We'll see if those higher capacities, higher speeds are going to get us any money. Looking good. Old Ash, yeah, that one, he runs empty too far. Far too much of the time that bus is running empty. And that's a good one to just, well, he runs with passengers every once in a while. Okay. The Ashwell Springmouth bus. Oh, yes. I'll bet you we could put a... Let's go ahead and put a single 36. Single join bus onto him and tell this guy to retire. Watch how long before we turn the route back around, back into the gray black, or if it's going to be a losing route all along. Might initially be a losing route all along. Because there are some weak links in that route. We're at the hour mark, guys. It's episode 101 in the bag. We got 11 years to go on Speed Run. I'm going to let it go down to slow until I get back inside. I do need to step outside, try to stretch this bum knee out and get a little more PT in on it, to try to be able to stand on it for long periods again and maybe even carry weight while doing it. I'm Kelly Jack. Have a better day than I'm having.